Pleasant morning to my dear lovable students. Welcome to Max class. I hope you all are fine. In this conversation, we are going through continuation of exercise 2.8. One of the important questions given for subdivision. Okay, sometimes separate they will ask for 5 mark or 3 mark or 2 mark also. Okay, so listen. So main condition, if 2 cos alpha is equal to x plus 1 by x and 2 cos beta is equal to y plus 1 by y, we have to show that one by one. Before moving to the condition, just you have to understand 5 important points. 5 important point means the basic quadratic formula. The first one, x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Then second one, basic identity. Basic identity means 1 minus cos square alpha is equal to sin square, or basic identity 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sin square theta. If you change each and every time sin means what will happen? So minus means if you write cos square theta minus 1 is equal to minus sin square theta. That is third important points. Then fourth points, already you know the complex root of minus 1 means what is the meaning? This is called I, isn't it? Now last points, the basic polar form e power I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. This is we need. Okay, this is one of the important. Okay, first I am moving to the given condition. The first, what is the condition? First you have to find out the x. After getting the x, then it will be very easy to apply y term also. Okay, so x1 solution, x plus 1 by x is equal to 2 cos alpha, isn't it? Again cross multiply means x into x square plus 1 is equal to, x square plus 1 divided by x is equal to 2 cos alpha. Again cross multiply means x square plus 1 is equal to 2 cos alpha x. Again plus 2 cos alpha, bring out opposite side, means x square minus 2 cos alpha x plus 1 is equal to 0. See, this is a square minus bx plus c form, or a square plus bx plus c form. So coefficient of x square value 1, therefore a is equal to 1. So b is equal to minus 2 cos alpha, then c is equal to positive 1. Then you have to apply the main formula. What is the formula? X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So now x is equal to, b value already minus is there, so minus into minus plus, so 2 cos alpha, then bracket of plus or minus, isn't it? Plus or minus bracket of b square minus 4ac. b square means already minus 2 the whole square, minus 2 means positive, so 4 cos square alpha, isn't it? So 4 cos square alpha, then negative 4ac, a value 1, c value also 1, then definitely 1 into 1 means 1, therefore we can write it only minus 4 divided by 2 into 1 means only true. The next line, x is equal to 2 cos alpha plus or minus, there, so 4 take common outside means cos square alpha minus 1 will come, isn't it? Now 4 cos square alpha minus 1, the whole term divided by 2, isn't it? So now again 4 take common outside means square root of 4 means perfect square of 2. So 2 take common outside, therefore x is equal to 2 cos alpha plus or minus 2 into cos square alpha minus 1 divided by 2. Therefore each and every time 2 is there, no? So 2 to cancel means x is equal to cos alpha plus or minus cos square minus 1 is equal to, what is the value? Minus sin square alpha. So minus sin square alpha. Therefore x is equal to cos alpha plus or minus, there is actually minus sin square alpha, isn't it? This is actually minus sin square alpha. So square root of minus 1 into sin square alpha. Therefore x is equal to cos alpha plus or minus root of minus 1 means value will be I into sin square alpha means sin alpha into sin alpha. Therefore I sin alpha. This is condition for x, but only we need positive, because each and every time look at there, all the value will be positive only will come. So negative value we can reject it. Therefore x is equal to, therefore x is equal to cos alpha plus I sin alpha. Therefore this is, look at there, e power I theta means cos theta plus I sin theta. Therefore, so according to the theta, the each and every angle theta is there. Here for alpha is there. Therefore we can write now e to the power I alpha. As well as similarly y is equal to cos beta plus I sin beta. Therefore we can write now e to the power I beta. So two important step. Okay, then we'll be move on, show that the first point. First, what is the point actually? X by y plus y by x is equal to 2 cos of alpha minus beta. This is also I can rub it. Only one important points only we need. What's the point actually? E to the power I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. This is we need. Okay. Similarly, y is equal to cos beta plus I sin beta means e power I beta. Now, the given condition x by y, isn't it? So now x by y is equal to, what will happen? X by y means, look at there, x by y means e to the power I alpha divided by e to the power I beta. Already we know law of indices, a to the power m divided by a to the power m means a to the power m minus n. How? The base will be same. Here also base will be e. Therefore, e power I alpha minus I beta. So again e to the power I take common outside means alpha minus beta. So now we can look at cos alpha plus I sin alpha means e power I alpha. Here instead of alpha there is, what is the value? Alpha minus beta. Therefore e to the power I alpha minus beta is equal to cos of alpha minus beta plus I sin alpha minus beta. This is first step. This is called actually x by y term. Okay. Now the x by y term, now we need second term y by x, isn't it? So y by x means what will happen? Y by x is equal to, we can write no reciprocal of x by y. So already we found x by y is equal to cos of alpha minus beta plus I sin alpha minus beta. The whole term minus 1. So according to the De Moivre's theorem, instead of plus we can write it plus. Therefore y by x is equal to cos of alpha minus beta minus I sin alpha minus beta. This is considered for equation number 1. This is considered for equation number 2. So add equation 1 and 2. Add, otherwise this step I will write it there. Okay. E power I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Add equation 1 and 2. Add equation 1 and 2. What will happen? Equation 1 and 2, x by y plus y by x. X by y plus y by x is equal to cos of alpha minus beta. Otherwise, okay, I will write it each and every. Equation number 1 plus I sin alpha minus beta. Next one plus no, plus cos of alpha minus beta minus I sin alpha minus beta. See, plus I sin minus I sin cancel means the first one x by y plus y by x is equal to cos plus cos means true cos of alpha minus beta. See, the first one x by y plus y by x. X by y plus y by x is equal to true cos alpha minus beta. So first condition is over. Moving to subdivision 2. This is y is equal to cos beta, isn't it? Subdivision 2, left hand side x into y, isn't it? That's xy. Then xy means, what is the meaning? X into y means e power I alpha into e power I beta. Then we know a power m into a to the power n. Into means a to the power m plus n, isn't it? So we can write now, this is actually into means e to the power I alpha plus I beta. Therefore, I take common outside means alpha plus beta. So this is what is the meaning? E power I bracket of alpha plus beta means cos alpha plus beta plus I sin alpha plus beta. This is actually value for xy. The next one 1 by xy, isn't it? So 1 by xy means reciprocal of xy. So already we know xy is equal to, what is the value? Cos of alpha plus beta. Instead of plus we can write it minus I sin alpha plus beta. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. So equation 1 minus, isn't it? Therefore equation 1 minus equation 2 means equation 1 minus equation 2. Equation 1 is equal to xy minus equation 2 1 by xy is equal to cos of alpha plus beta plus I sin alpha plus beta, then minus, no, second time consider full and full, minus cos of alpha plus beta. Already minus sign is there, equation number 2. Therefore minus into minus plus I sin of alpha plus beta. So plus cos alpha minus cos alpha cancel means final answer xy minus 1 by xy is equal to true I sin of alpha plus beta. Okay, this is right hand side, check it there. Subdivision to xy minus 1 by x is equal to true I sin of alpha plus beta. So second term also over. Moving to third condition. So third condition, what is the third condition? X by, so x to the power m divided by y to the power n. Now x to the power m, first we need to find out x to the power m. So x to the power m means, what is the meaning? Already we know x is equal to cos alpha plus I sin alpha, the whole power of m means, according to the De Moivre's theorem, cos m alpha plus I sin m alpha. This is actually e to the power I into m alpha. Then y to the power n, isn't it? So y to the power m means cos n alpha plus I sin n alpha. This is considered for e to the power I into n into, sorry, y means beta, no? Beta, this is also beta. So e to the power I n beta. Now we can apply subdivision third. X to the power m divided by y to the power n. I'll write it here. So x to the power m divided by y to the power n is equal to e to the power I m alpha divided by e to the power I n beta. So divided by means e to the power I m alpha minus I n beta. Again I take common outside means m alpha minus n beta. This is how can you write it actually? Cos of m alpha minus n beta plus I sin into m alpha minus n beta. This is considered for equation number 1. Second term, y power n divided by x to the power n. So y power n divided by x to the power n. That is called reciprocal of x to the power m divided by y to the power n. So already we know x to the power m divided by y to the power n, what is the value? Cos of m alpha minus n beta. Instead of plus we can write it minus I sin of m alpha minus n beta. Now this is considered for equation number 2. What we have to do actually? Equation 1 minus equation 2. So equation 1 minus equation 2. Equation 1 minus equation 2. What will happen? Equation 1, first x to the power m divided by y to the power n minus of y to the power n divided by x to the power m is equal to cos of m alpha minus n beta plus I sin into m alpha minus n beta. Next condition minus, no? So instead of plus we can write it minus cos of m alpha minus n beta. Already minus is, therefore plus I sin into m alpha minus n beta. So plus cos minus cos cancel. Therefore final answer x to the power m divided by y to the power n minus y to the power n minus x to the power m is equal to true I sin of m alpha minus n beta. Look at there, x to the power m y to the power n minus y to the power n x to the power m is equal to true I sin of m alpha minus n beta. Third condition also clear. I am moving to fourth one. So fourth one, into, no, x to the power m into y to the power n means e to the power I m alpha into e to the power I n beta. So into means e to the power I m alpha plus I n beta. Again e to the power I take common outside means m alpha plus n beta. That is called cos of m alpha plus n beta plus I sin into m alpha plus n beta. So now this is considered for equation number 1. Next one, we need 1 by, isn't it? So 1 by means 1 by x to the power m into y to the power m means reciprocal of x to the power n into x to the power m into y to the power n. That is, instead of plus we can write it minus. Therefore cos of m alpha plus n beta minus I sin into m alpha plus n beta. This is considered for equation number 2. Equation 1 plus 2 is add equation 1 plus equation 2. Equation 1 and equation 2. What will happen? Equation 1 and equation 2 means first one x to the power m into y to the power n plus 1 divided by x to the power m into y to the power n is equal to plus I sin minus I sin m alpha plus n beta cancel means cos plus cos means true cos of m alpha plus n beta. See, fourth one x to the power m into y to the power n plus 1 by x to the power n is equal to true cos of m alpha plus n beta. Okay, fourth condition also clear. Okay, so important questions. So you have to be allowed. Sometimes first subdivision only they will ask for 3 mark. So you have to clear about the all the 4 concepts. Okay, so I will continue the next exercise from 2.8. Okay, so continuation of exercise 2.8, question number 7. Find the value of given question. A given condition actually, summation of a k is equal to 1 to 8 cos true k pi by 9 plus I sin true k pi by 9. So before moving, how to understand some important points. Important point means already we know z to the power 1 by n means what is the meaning? Cos 2k pi by n plus I sin 2k pi by n. This is actually e to the power I 2k pi by n. Then another one points, the sum of nth root of unity means what is the meaning? The sum of nth root of unity. What is the formula? Sum of nth root of unity means 1 plus omega square dot 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 up to omega power n minus 1 is equal to 0. Sum of nth root of unity. Now the given condition, summation of k is equal to 1 to 8. So the according to the summation of nth root of unity means 1 plus. So we know that given up to 9th root of unity means what will happen? We know that 9th root of unity means 1 omega square means up to omega power n minus 1 means 9 minus 1. Then 1 plus omega square is equal to, sorry, dot up to omega power 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. The sum of nth root of means value equal to 0. This is considered for equation number 1. Then given condition k is equal to 1 to 8. So, okay, when, so k is equal to 1 means what will happen when k is equal to 1 means cos, instead of k apply for 1 means 2 into 1 true, cos true pi by 9 plus I sin true pi by 9 is equal to consider for k. Not this question only, some questions consider for find the nth root of unity, the matching of the question, find the value, then nth root of value means already consider for 2 or 3 questions also, cos 2 pi by 9 plus I sin 2 pi by 9 is equal to, not k, sorry my dear, omega. Okay, this is omega means, then when k is equal to 2 means what will happen, when k is equal to 2 means cos of 2 into 2, 4. So, 4 pi by 9 plus I sin 4 pi by 9. How to split the value 4 pi by 9? 4 pi by 9 means 2 into 2 we can write instead of 4. So, instead of 4 we can write it cos 2 into 2 pi by 9 plus I sin into 2 pi by 9. So, already we know according to the De Moivre's theorem cos theta plus I sin theta the whole power n means cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Just reverse order means just reverse it here, common term 2 is it, we can write now power of the square. Therefore, cos 2 pi by 9 plus I sin 2 pi by 9 the whole square. Already we considered the first step when k is equal to 1 means cos 2 pi by 9 plus I sin 2 pi by 9 omega means this whole term considered for omega means we can write omega square when k is equal to 2. So, up to we have to find it up to 8. Okay, I will write it the last one. When k is equal to 8 means what will happen? When k is equal to 8, what will happen? Cos of 2 into 8, 16. So, 16 pi by 9 plus I sin 16 pi by 9. So, how to split it actually 16? 8 into 2 pi by 9 plus I sin 8 into 2 pi by 9. Therefore, cos 2 pi by 9 plus I sin 2 pi by 9 the whole power of 8. So, when k is equal to 8 means this is we can write now omega power 8, isn't it? Therefore, when k is equal to 1 means answer will be omega. When k is equal to 2 means answer will be omega square. As well as the last step when k is equal to 8 means answer for omega power 8. Therefore, from equation number 1, this is considered for equation number 1. So, 1 plus omega square omega power 8 means going on means that is when k is equal to 1 to 8. So, instead of omega to omega power 8 we can write the given what is the value 1 plus summation of 8 k is equal to 1 to 1 cos of 2k pi by 9 plus I sin 2k pi by 9 is equal to 0. Why? See omega power 1, omega power 2 as well as it will be equal to up to 1 to 8. Here also k is equal to 1 to 8. What is the value? Cos 2k pi by 9 plus I sin 2k pi by 9. So, according to the condition we need to find the value of omega power of summation of k is equal to 1 to 8. Therefore, plus 1 bring it opposite side means minus 1. That is our final answer. Therefore, final answer summation of k is equal to 1 to 8 cos of 2k pi by 9 plus I sin 2k pi by 9 is equal to minus 1. This is the answer for question number 7. Okay, I will continue the next question. Okay, moving to one of the important 5 mark question. Okay, from exercise 2.8 question number 8. Okay, if omega not equal to 1 is a cube root of unity, show that subdivision 2 is there. Okay, so one by one we can apply. First, before moving to the question, the cube root of unity is there. Cube root of unity means omega cube is equal to 1. As well as already we know the sum of root means the sum of nth root of unity means 1 plus omega square is equal to 0 means, therefore 1 plus omega is equal to plus omega square bring out opposite side means minus omega square. then as well as 1 plus omega square means minus omega will come. Okay, these three important steps we need to apply this problem. Subdivision 1, I am considering only the LHS term. LHS means 1 minus omega plus omega square the whole power of 6, then plus 1 plus omega minus omega square the whole power of 6. So first writing the positive term 1 plus omega square minus omega the whole power of 6. Next one 1 plus omega minus omega square the whole power of 6. 1 plus omega square is equal to minus omega, isn't it? So minus omega the whole power of 6. Then plus again 1 plus omega is equal to minus omega square. Minus omega square the whole power of 6. So minus omega minus true omega the whole power of 6. Next one minus true omega square the whole power of 6. So minus 2 the whole power of 6 into omega power 6. Again minus 2 the whole power of 6 into omega square the whole power of 6. So now minus 2 the whole power 6 means definitely power of even number. So positive negative term to convert for the positive. 2 power 6 means 64. Then omega power 6 means we can write omega 3 the whole square. Now next two condition also positive 64. Here 2 into 6 means 12 will come. So how to convert actually? Omega power 3 the whole power of 4. Already we know cube root of unity means value will be 1. Therefore 64 into 1 square plus again 64 into 1 power 4. Therefore 1 power anything means value will be 1. Therefore 64 plus 64 is equal to 128. This is called RHS. This is hence for subdivision 1. Moving to subdivision 2. Okay. So subdivision 2 LHS 1 plus omega, then 1 plus omega square, then 1 plus omega power 4, 1 plus omega power 8 dot 1 plus omega power 2 power 11 is only LHS only consider. Okay, I will prove to RHS value will be 1. So 1 plus omega, what is the meaning? Omega power consider for 2 power 0 means anything power 0 value will be 1. I consider for 2 power 0. So 2 power 0 value will be 1. 2 power 1 means what will happen? True will come. Again 2 power 2 means also value will 4. 2 power 3 means value will be 8. As well as up to 2 power 11 we need 1 by 1. So again I would like to write the first step repeat. So each step 2 power 0, 2 power 1 up to 2 power 11. What the value will come? First one anything power 0 value will be 1. So okay, 1 plus omega. Second step 1 plus omega power true because 2 power 1 is equal to 2. Third step. So third step 1 plus omega power 4. Omega power 4 means 2 square. Again 1 plus omega power 8. 8 means 2 cube. Next step 1 plus omega power 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. Next step 1 plus omega power 16 plus 16 is equal to 32. Next one 1 plus omega power 32 plus 32 is equal to 64. Next step 1 plus omega 64 plus 64 means 128. Next step 1 plus omega power 128 plus 128 is equal to 256. Next step 1 plus omega power 256 plus 256 is equal to 512. Next step 1 plus 512 plus 512 1024 omega power 1024. Now last one 1 plus omega power that is 2 power 11. 2 power 11 means 2048. 2048. Look at there. This is 2 power 11, 2 power 10, 2 power 9, 2 power 8, 2 power 7, 2 power 6, 2 power 5, 2 power 4, 2 power 3, 2 power 2, 2 power 1, 2 power 0. Now after writing up to 2 power 11, each and every time look at there, this is less than cube root of unity. This is also less than cube root of unity. The first two pair as it is, I will write it 1 plus omega into 1 plus omega square. Second pair, look at there, second pair, omega power 4. What is the meaning of omega power 4? omega cube into omega. Already we know cube root of unity means value will be 1. So 1 into omega means omega only repeat. Therefore, instead of 1 plus omega power 4, I will write it 1 plus omega only. Next step, omega power 8. So omega power 8, already you know, omega power 8 means we can write no. Omega cube and omega square. So cube root of unity means 1. 1 into omega square. So omega square only will come instead of 1 plus omega power 8. So 1 plus omega square. Third pair, look at there. This is second pair. Third pair, look at again third pair. This is power 16 is there. So 16 divided by 3 means 5 is gone. Remaining 1 is there. Remaining 1 means we can write it 1 plus omega as well as 32. 32 divided by 3 means 10 times. True only remainder. So we can write it 1 plus omega. So see up to dot dot dot. First two pair what the term we have 1 plus omega into 1 plus omega square. Second two pair what the term the same pair will be repeat. So each and every pair instead of true group we have one pair up to repeat. So up to how many times will be this is first pair, this is second pair, this is third pair, this is definitely fourth pair, this is fifth one, last one sixth. So totally sixth pair will be repeated. Therefore we can write now 1 plus omega into 1 plus omega square dot 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 up to 6 times, totally 6 times. Therefore how to rewrite actually summation word 1 plus omega into 1 plus omega square the whole power of 6 group, that is whole power term of 6 we can write now. Now already we know 1 plus omega is equal to what is the value minus omega square, as well as 1 plus omega square is equal to what is the term minus omega the whole power of 6. Now minus into minus plus omega square into omega means omega cube the whole power of 6. Already we know cube root of unity means value will be 1. So 1 to the power 6 means answer will be 1. This is called RHS. Okay, one of the important 5-mark question. So okay, so please listen my dear students. If you have any doubt, please put in comment box. I am ready to clarify your doubts. I will continue. Only one question is there. Please be stay on. Moving to last question from this exercise 2.8. So prove that the value of this is fourth root, okay, fourth root of minus 1 r, we have to prove plus or minus 1 by root 2 in bracket also 1 plus or minus I. So the given condition solution, let z is equal to given fourth root of minus 1. So z is equal to, we can write now minus 1 the whole power of 1 by 4. So already you know minus 1 value cos phi plus I sin pi, because cos pi value minus 1, sin pi value 0. Minus 1 plus 0 means minus 1 will be repeated. So instead of minus 1 we can write it in basic form cos pi plus I sin pi the whole power of 1 by 4. What is the meaning of general term of polar form? Add 2k pi. So z is equal to cos 2k pi plus pi, then plus I sin into 2k pi plus pi the whole power of 1 by 4. Then z is equal to cos pi take common outside means 2k plus 1 into pi plus I sin into 2k plus 1 into pi the whole power of 1 by 4. According to the De Moivre's theorem, 1 by 4 means just and every time divided by 4 will come, isn't it? Therefore z is equal to cos 2k plus 1 the outside power 5 by 4 plus I sin into 2k plus 1 into pi by 4. The k value where k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 will come. So just apply one by one. When k is equal to 0 means what will happen? So when k is equal to 0, what will happen? So z is equal to, instead of k apply for 0 means 2 into 0 means 0, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, 1 into pi by 4 means cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. The unit circle all silver teacup. So cos pi by 4 means 45, isn't it? So 45 means definitely we know 1 by root 2. 45 also it lies on first quadrant. First quadrant means all the value will be positive. Therefore z is equal to 1 by root 2 plus I 1 by root 2. Again 1 by root 2 take common outside means 1 plus I will come. Then when k is equal to 1, when k is equal to 1. What will happen when k is equal to 1 means z is equal to, so 2 into 1 true, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, 3 pi by 4 cos 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4. So, we can split it or directly also we can write it, because below 360 means it will be very easy according to the unit circle. See, pi by 4 means 180 divided by 4, 180 divided by 4 means 45, 3 into 45 means 45 plus 45 90, 95 plus 90 plus 45 is equal to 135. It lies on second quadrant. Second quadrant means sign only positive. So, sign only positive means what will happen? Sign only positive. So, look at there, definitely cos will be negative, therefore negative 1 by root 2, then plus I, because sign positive in second quadrant, I 1 by root 2. Therefore, again minus 1 by root 2 take common outside means 1 plus 1 minus I will come, because minus take common outside, 1 minus I will come when k is equal to 1. Then third one, when k is equal to 3 means what will happen? So, when k is equal to 3. So, when k is equal to 3 means what will happen? Z is equal to cos of 2 into 3, 6, 6 plus 1 is equal to 7, 7 pi by 4, isn't it? So, 7 pi by 4 plus I sin 7 pi by 4. So, now 7 pi by 4, already we know 45, 5 by 4 means 45 will come. Then 45 into 7 means what will happen? 45 into 7, 5 7s are 35, 5, 3, 4 7s are 28, 28 plus 1. So, sorry my dear, 2 is missing, no? Yeah. Now, first we have to finish when k is equal to true, okay? Then we will be move on 3. So, when k is equal to true, k is equal to true means z is equal to cos 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, 5 pi by 4 plus I sin 5 pi by 4. Now, pi by 4 means 45, 45 into 5 means 225 will come, 5 5s are 25, 25 means 5 2, 4 5s are 20, 20 plus 2 is equal to 225. Definitely it lies on third quadrant. Third quadrant means tan only positive, here we have only sin and cos. Therefore, all the term will be negative, therefore, z is equal to minus 1 by root 2, again minus I 1 by root 2, again. So, what we have to do? Minus 1 by root to take common outside means, minus 1 by root to take common outside means 1 plus I will come, okay. Now, I am moving to when k is equal to 4, this is we need, no? When, sorry my dear, when k is equal to 3, what will happen? Z is equal to cos 2 into 3 means 6, 6 plus 1 is equal to 7, 7 pi by 4 plus I sin 7 pi by 4, already just now we found 7 pi by 4 means 315, it lies on fourth quadrant, fourth quadrant means cos only positive, therefore, z is equal to positive 1 by root 2 minus I 1 by root 2, again, there 1 by root 2 take common outside means remaining 1 minus I will come. Look at there, when k is equal to 0, what the roots is there? When k is equal 1 by root 2, positive 1 by root outside, 1 negative 1 by root outside, as well as here also 1 negative 1 by root outside, 1 positive 1 by roots outside. Then another one bracket also 1 plus I 1 result, another one 1 minus I. When k is equal to 2 means 1 plus I 1 result, k is equal to 3 means 1 minus I. Therefore, we can write now the roots, the final answer plus or minus 1 by root 2, inside also 1 plus or minus I will come. This is our proof, no? Plus or minus 1 by root 2, then bracket of 1 plus or minus I. I proved with fourth root of unity value minus 1 means, okay? One of the important questions, so please listen my dear students. I hope you have satisfied this class. If you have any doubt, please put in comment box. I am ready to clarify your doubts. I will continue the next session. Bye bye.